Have you ever felt that frustrating heaviness in your legs at the end of the day? You know, that dull ache that makes it harder to get up from your chair or walk across the room. Or maybe you've noticed that your knees just don't bend as easily as they used to, almost like they're rusted hinges that need oil. If you're over 60, these changes can feel small at first. Maybe you tell yourself it's just aging, or that you've been sitting too long. But let me ask you, how many times have you quietly worried, what if this gets worse? See, joint pain and leg swelling aren't just little annoyances. They can slowly chip away at your independence. They can take away the joy of walking in the park, playing with your grandkids, or even just standing in the kitchen to cook your favorite meal. And the truth is, most people don't realize how serious this can get until it's already limiting their daily life. But here's the good news, there are ways to fight back. In fact, nature has given us powerful foods that don't just mask the pain, but actually help rebuild and protect the very foundation of your joints. Foods that work with your body, strengthening, healing, and reducing swelling from the inside out. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. By the end of this video, you'll know 8 collagen-rich foods that can ease that stiffness, calm down swelling in your legs, and help you feel stronger and more confident when you move. And I'll tell you this, one of these foods is something so simple, most people overlook it every single day. But before we dive in, I want you to pause for just a second. Take a deep breath and think about how good it would feel to stand up without pain, to walk without heaviness in your legs, to know your body is supporting you instead of holding you back. If that's something you want, I'd love for you to type in the comments right now, "I'm ready for stronger joints." Because that little step is your way of saying, you're not giving in to weakness, you're choosing strength. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide, because every day we bring you practical, life-changing tips to help you or your loved ones age with strength and confidence. And listen closely, because what I'm about to share isn't just about food. Ignoring collagen decline isn't just about stiffness or sore knees. It's about risking something much bigger, your independence. That's why I always remind people, after watching this video, go to the description and check out the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. It's helping seniors everywhere rebuild strength, restore balance, and avoid the struggles that steal away freedom before it's too late. So, let's get started, because your legs, your joints, and your independence deserve every chance to stay strong. Let's begin with something simple, comforting, and deeply healing, bone broth. Now, picture this. You're sitting in your favorite chair on a cool evening, holding a warm cup of broth in your hands. The steam rises slowly, and as you take that first sip, it not only soothes your soul but quietly nourishes your body in ways you might not even realize. Bone broth has been around for centuries. Our grandparents and great-grandparents didn't waste anything. They'd simmer chicken bones, beef bones, even fish bones, for hours until every last nutrient was drawn out into that golden, flavorful liquid. Back then, it wasn't called healthy, it was just common sense. And maybe, without realizing it, they were protecting their joints and keeping their bodies stronger for longer. Here's why it matters. Bone broth is naturally packed with collagen, gelatin, and special amino acids like glycine and proline. These aren't just fancy words, they're the raw materials your body needs to rebuild the very cartilage that cushions your joints. You see, as we age, collagen production slows down, and that's when we start to notice stiffness, creaking knees, and swelling in the legs. But when you give your body back the building blocks it's been missing, it's almost like patching a worn-out cushion, the padding returns, the structure feels stronger, and movement becomes easier. But here's the mistake many people make. They think bone broth is just some old-fashioned soup, something outdated or only used when you're sick with the flu. They dismiss it as something too simple to really matter. But the truth is, this old-fashioned remedy is backed by science and experience. It's not just comfort food, it's joint food. So how can you bring this into your daily life without making it complicated? It's easier than you think. You can take chicken or beef bones, even the leftovers from a Sunday roast, place them in a pot of water with a splash of vinegar, add some herbs and vegetables, and let it simmer gently for hours. What you'll get is a rich, nourishing broth that you can sip like tea, use as the base for soups, or even freeze in small portions to heat up whenever you need it. A single cup a day can become a ritual, something small that pays off in the strength of your legs and the comfort of your joints. And here's the best part, it doesn't feel like medicine, because it isn't. It's real food, in its purest form, working with your body instead of against it. It's one of those small daily choices that, over time, can make you look back and say, I'm glad I started when I did. But maybe sipping broth isn't your style. Maybe you want something quick, something you can grab first thing in the morning without much effort. That's where the next food comes in. The humble egg. Think about it. An egg doesn't look like much. It's small, simple, and we often take it for granted. But inside that little shell is a powerhouse of nutrition, a complete package designed to bring new life into the world. And if you give your body the gift of an egg each morning, you're giving your knees, your hips, and your joints the raw materials they're desperately asking for. Here's why. The egg white is rich in proline, one of the key amino acids your body uses to produce collagen. Remember, collagen is what keeps your joints cushioned, your skin firm, and your tendons strong. Without it, your knees feel stiff, your legs swell more easily, and even simple movements can feel like a burden. And in the yolk, that bright, golden center, you'll find vitamin D, which is critical for bone strength. Because strong bones and healthy joints work hand in hand, you can't have one without the other. But here's where many people get it wrong, they avoid eggs out of fear. For years, we were told eggs were dangerous because of cholesterol. And yes, like anything in life, too much of a good thing can cause problems. But the truth is, for most seniors, moderate egg consumption is not only safe, it's beneficial. Cutting eggs out completely often means you're missing out on some of the best natural nutrients for your joints and bones. So how do you make eggs work for you? Keep it simple. Boil 2 eggs in the morning. They're quick, they're filling, and they set the stage for stronger joints throughout the day. You can eat them plain, slice them over a salad, or mash them onto whole grain toast. It's one of the easiest and most affordable ways to fuel your body with collagen-supporting nutrients every single day. And here's a comforting thought, you don't have to overhaul your entire diet or give up the foods you love. Just starting with something as small as an egg can make a difference over time. It's proof that sometimes the most powerful solutions are right there in front of us, waiting to be noticed. Of course, eggs are easy, but they're not the only secret. Let's move beyond the land and into the sea, where another powerful source of collagen support is waiting for you. Now imagine this, you sit down at the dinner table, and in front of you is a piece of perfectly grilled salmon. The skin is slightly crisp, the inside tender and flaky, and as you take that first bite, not only are you enjoying a delicious meal, but you're also feeding your joints exactly what they need to stay cushioned and strong. Fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are some of the most powerful allies you have when it comes to protecting your knees, hips, and ankles. Why? Because they're rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Now, I know that might sound like a technical term, but here's what it really means. Omega-3s are nature's built-in defense against inflammation. And inflammation is often the hidden reason behind swelling in the legs, stiffness in the knees, and that nagging discomfort that makes walking or climbing stairs harder than it should be. But salmon doesn't stop there. It's also a good source of glycine, another essential building block for collagen. Think of collagen like the padding inside your shoes. When you have plenty of it, every step feels cushioned, supported, and steady. But when it runs low, every movement feels harsher, every impact hits harder, and that's when pain begins to creep in. By eating fatty fish, you're helping your body restock that padding from the inside out. Now here's the mistake many people make, they think they need expensive supplements to protect their joints. They go straight for pills, powders, or capsules, believing those are the only options. And yes, some supplements can help, but here's the truth, whole foods often work even better. Because when you eat salmon or sardines, you're not just getting omega-3s and collagen-boosting nutrients. You're also getting high-quality protein, vitamins, and minerals that all work together in harmony, the way nature intended. And here's the best part, you don't have to eat fish every single day. Just 2 servings a week. Maybe salmon on a Sunday and sardines on a Wednesday can make a big difference. Grill it, bake it, or add canned sardines to a salad. Keep it simple, keep it tasty, and let it become a normal part of your week. Now let's move away from the sea and into something bright, refreshing, and full of life, citrus fruits. Think about that familiar glass of orange juice in the morning. For many of us, it's been a habit since childhood. You take a sip, and instantly you feel refreshed, almost like your body wakes up with every drop. But here's what most people don't realize, that glass of juice may be doing far more than just waking you up, it may actually be feeding your joints and helping your body fight swelling. You see, citrus fruits, like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, and limes, are packed with vitamin C. And vitamin C is not just a bonus nutrient. It's essential for collagen synthesis. In fact, your body cannot properly use collagen without it. You could eat all the collagen-rich foods in the world, but without vitamin C, it's like trying to build a house without nails. The materials are there, but they won't hold together. And this is where so many people get it wrong. They think collagen only comes from meat, fish, or bone broth. They focus only on the source, forgetting the spark that actually makes collagen come alive in the body. Without enough vitamin C, collagen-rich foods lose much of their power. It's the missing piece of the puzzle that ties it all together. Here's the beauty of it, you don't need much. Just 1 orange a day, or even half a grapefruit, can give you more than enough vitamin C to keep your collagen working the way it should. It doesn't require complicated recipes or expensive products. Just peel, eat, and enjoy. Or, squeeze a little lemon into your water throughout the day for a refreshing way to support your joints. And if you've ever felt that stiffness in your knees or that swelling in your legs, think of citrus as your silent partner, quietly helping your body absorb, repair, and rebuild. It's proof that something so simple, so familiar, can still hold surprising power. So, the next time you reach for that orange or pour yourself a small glass of juice, remember, you're not just enjoying a piece of fruit. You're fueling your body's ability to stay strong, flexible, and independent. But collagen isn't just about vitamins, it's about minerals too. And that's where our next food comes in. Your grandmother may have told you to eat your greens, and as it turns out, she wasn't wrong. Think back for a moment. Maybe as a child you wrinkled your nose at a plate of spinach or kale sitting in front of you. You didn't know why it mattered, you just knew it didn't taste like the foods you loved. But here's the beautiful truth. Those greens weren't just about keeping your digestion moving. They were quietly building the foundation of your long-term health. And now, later in life, they may be one of your best defenses against leg swelling, stiffness, and weak joints. Here's why. Leafy greens like spinach and kale are loaded with chlorophyll. That's the natural pigment that gives them their deep green color. But chlorophyll does more than make them look pretty. It helps boost something called procollagen in the body. Think of procollagen as the raw draft, the outline your body creates before finishing the blueprint of collagen itself. Without it, collagen production stalls. With it, your body can build stronger joints, healthier skin, and more supportive connective tissues. And that's not all. These greens are also rich in magnesium, a mineral most seniors don't get enough of. Magnesium acts like nature's muscle relaxer. When your muscles feel tight or your legs cramp at night, low magnesium is often part of the reason. By keeping your muscles relaxed, your joints can move more freely, your circulation improves, and that heaviness in the legs can start to fade. But here's the misconception that trips people up, many assume leafy greens are only good for digestion, or maybe for lowering blood pressure. They rarely connect them to collagen. Yet in truth, they're directly fueling the very processes that help your body fight stiffness and swelling from the inside out. So how can you actually use them without feeling bored? Simple. You can blend a handful of spinach into your morning smoothie. You won't even taste it, but your body will thank you. Or steam kale lightly with a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of garlic. The trick is to cook them gently, because overcooking can strip away some of their nutrients. A little care in preparation goes a long way. And remember, this isn't about eating a mountain of greens every day. It's about small, consistent choices. A handful here, a serving there. Over weeks and months, those little choices build up into stronger joints, steadier legs, and more freedom to move. But greens aren't the whole story. Nature has packed some surprising power into things much smaller, seeds so tiny, yet so rich in what your joints need to thrive. A handful of these tiny seeds can do wonders for your knees. Now, think about this for a second. When was the last time you gave pumpkin seeds any real attention? Maybe you've seen them sprinkled on a salad at a restaurant, or in a bag of trail mix, and thought of them as nothing more than a little crunch. But hidden inside those small green seeds is a treasure that your joints are quietly begging for. Pumpkin seeds are packed with zinc, and zinc is one of those minerals most people overlook. Yet, without it, your body can't properly activate the enzymes that make collagen. Think of zinc as the spark that lights the fire. You can have all the building blocks sitting there in your body, but without that spark, the construction doesn't begin. And when collagen production slows down, what happens? The joints grow stiff, the knees ache, and the swelling doesn't go away as easily. And here's the thing, many people think seeds are just light snacks, or something bird-like eaters enjoy. They don't see them as real food, let alone medicine for the joints. But the truth is, pumpkin seeds are tiny collagen boosters, easy to eat, easy to store, and powerful in what they deliver. What makes them even more valuable is that zinc also supports your immune system and helps with wound healing. For seniors, that means your body recovers faster, fights inflammation better, and stays more resilient. So, when you're snacking on a handful of pumpkin seeds, you're not just feeding your joints, you're giving your entire body a quiet push toward health. So how do you add them into your day without making it complicated? One of the easiest ways is to sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal or mix them into yogurt. You could even toss them on a salad for a bit of crunch. And if you prefer simple snacking, just keep a small jar handy and grab a handful whenever you feel like it. It's such a small action, but the impact is surprisingly big. Sometimes the smallest foods carry the greatest power. But we're not stopping here. Because from these crunchy little seeds, we move to something creamy, comforting, and nourishing. That morning yogurt parfait may be your secret to healthier joints. Think about it. How often do you grab a spoon of yogurt without realizing just how much good it's quietly doing inside your body? Greek yogurt in particular isn't just a creamy treat, it's a powerhouse for your bones and joints. It's loaded with protein, which your body uses as the raw material to repair and rebuild tissues. And inside that protein is something special, an amino acid called lysine. Now, lysine doesn't get talked about much, but it's absolutely essential for collagen formation. Without lysine, your body can't knit together the strands that make strong, flexible joints. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Many people have been told for years that dairy products are bad for bones, or that they cause more harm than good. But that's a misconception that's left a lot of seniors missing out on the real benefits. Yogurt, especially Greek yogurt, is rich not only in protein but also in calcium and probiotics. That combination doesn't just help keep your bones strong, it also supports digestion and reduces inflammation from the inside out. A strong gut means better nutrient absorption, and that means more fuel to actually use the collagen you're working so hard to build. It's the kind of food that works in layers. First, the protein to help with muscle and collagen, second, the calcium to fortify bones, and third, the probiotics to balance digestion and reduce silent inflammation. Together, they create a foundation that keeps you moving more freely, with less of that stiffness that makes everyday life harder. The best part? It's so easy to include. Instead of reaching for the sweetened, dessert-like yogurts that are filled with sugar, go for plain, unsweetened, high-protein Greek yogurt. You can dress it up yourself with berries, a drizzle of honey, or even a sprinkle of pumpkin seeds. Remember those zinc-rich little gems we just talked about? That way, your morning bowl becomes more than breakfast. It becomes a joint-strengthening ritual. And if you're not a breakfast person, don't worry. Greek yogurt makes a great afternoon snack, or even a light dinner side when paired with fruit and nuts. It's versatile, simple, and most importantly, effective. So next time you open the fridge and see that container of yogurt sitting there, don't think of it as just a snack. Think of it as medicine that tastes good, something that's working quietly to keep your knees steady, your hips strong, and your confidence high. And finally, we arrive at the most surprising food of all. A food so unexpected that many people completely overlook it, yet it may be the missing piece your joints have been waiting for. Sweet, colorful, and powerful, berries do more than please your taste buds. Picture this, you're sitting at the breakfast table, a bowl of blueberries in front of you. You pop one into your mouth, and with that burst of sweetness comes something extraordinary, protection for your joints, for your skin, and even for the collagen holding your body together. You see, berries aren't just fruit. They're tiny guardians. Packed inside are antioxidants, natural defenders that fight back against free radicals, those invisible little troublemakers that break down collagen over time. And without collagen, your joints grow weaker, your skin loses strength, and your body struggles to repair itself. Every handful of strawberries or blueberries is like a shield, slowing down that damage and keeping your collagen intact. But berries don't just protect what you already have, they also help build what you need. They're rich in vitamin C, that crucial spark that activates collagen production. Without vitamin C, all the collagen in your diet goes to waste. With it, your body is empowered to rebuild, repair, and strengthen from the inside out. Here's the misconception: so many seniors think fruit is dangerous because of sugar. And yes, processed sugars, the kind in cakes, sodas, and candies, inflame the body and weaken collagen. But natural sugars and berries? They come wrapped in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. That fiber slows the release of sugar into your blood, protecting you instead of harming you. The trade-off is entirely in your favor. Berries nourish, they don't destroy. And the best part is how easy it is to add them into your life. A handful of blueberries sprinkled over your oatmeal. A few strawberries sliced into your Greek yogurt. Remember the power of that collagen-building combination? Or blend it into a smoothie with spinach and a spoonful of protein powder. No fuss, no complicated recipes. Just simple, natural fuel for your joints and your body. What makes berries so remarkable is their accessibility. They're not exotic, not expensive when bought in season or frozen, and they're easy to prepare. You don't even need to cook them. Just rinse, eat, and enjoy. Each bite is a step toward stronger knees, healthier hips, and the kind of mobility that lets you keep doing the things you love. And here's something else to remember: collagen doesn't just affect your joints. It affects your whole life, your ability to climb stairs without fear, to kneel in the garden without pain, to play with your grandkids without worrying you'll pay for it tomorrow. These little berries, sweet and humble, play a bigger role in that freedom than most people ever realize. So the next time you see a carton of blueberries or strawberries at the store, don't think of it as just another snack. Think of it as an investment in your independence, a promise to your future self that you'll keep your strength and mobility as long as possible. Because here's the truth: eating for collagen isn't about vanity, it's about vitality. It's about walking with confidence, standing tall, and staying independent for years to come. Here's the truth: weak joints, swelling legs, and declining balance don't show up overnight. They build up quietly, day after day, year after year. At first, it's just a little stiffness when you get out of bed. Then it's a slow shuffle across the room instead of a confident stride. And before you even realize what's happened, walking to the mailbox feels like a marathon. I want you to pause for a moment and imagine this, standing at the bottom of your staircase, holding the handrail tighter than you used to, wondering if today will be the day you slip. Or bending down to pick something up off the floor, only to feel your knees ache so sharply you decide it's easier to just leave it there. That's how decline sneaks in. Not all at once. Quietly. Slowly. Until one day you look back and wonder where your strength went. But here's what I need you to hear, it doesn't have to be that way. Your story isn't finished yet. Your body is waiting for you to give it the tools it needs to rebuild strength, stability, and energy. And that's exactly why I created the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. This challenge is not about heavy weights, long gym hours, or complicated routines. It's about reclaiming your body in just 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes to wake up the muscles that protect your joints. 10 minutes to rebuild the balance that keeps you steady. 10 minutes to restore the confidence that lets you walk without fear. You see, every cane, every walker, every wheelchair in a senior's life, it starts with a choice made years earlier. The choice to delay, to say, maybe later, to hope things get better on their own. But the body doesn't wait. The body responds only when you take action. And I'll be honest with you, waiting is dangerous. The longer you allow weakness to creep in, the harder it is to reverse. That's why this challenge is designed to meet you exactly where you are, whether you're already struggling to stand from a chair or you just want to make sure you never get to that point. Imagine yourself 29 days from now. You're walking to the store without that nagging knee pain. You're bending down in the garden and standing back up with ease. You're reaching for something on the top shelf without worrying you'll lose your balance. Most importantly, you're living with the confidence that your body is supporting you, not holding you back. This is more than a program. It's a lifeline, a turning point, a chance to stop decline in its tracks before it robs you of the independence you've worked your whole life to protect. So don't wait until you need a cane. Don't wait until you're sitting in a doctor's office being told you need another pill or worse, a replacement surgery. You can take control now. You can start today. All it takes is one click. The link is right there in the description. Join the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge, and give yourself the gift of movement, of strength, of freedom. Because your independence is worth protecting. Your confidence is worth restoring. And your future is worth fighting for. Watching your legs swell or your joints stiffen can feel discouraging. For many, it's not just about pain, it's about something deeper. It's about the quiet fear of losing independence. The fear of becoming a burden to your family. The fear of waking up one day and realizing that the simple joys, walking freely, gardening, playing with grandchildren, are no longer within your reach. But here's the good news, you are not powerless. You now know 8 simple, everyday foods that can work with your body, not against it. These are not exotic, expensive, or out of reach. They are practical, natural, and proven ways to bring back mobility, strengthen your joints, and support collagen production. The very foundation of movement. And here's the beautiful part, you don't have to do it all at once. Change doesn't come from overwhelming yourself. It comes from small, consistent steps. So here's my challenge to you, just add one of these foods to your meals today. Maybe it's a glass of bone broth with dinner. Maybe it's a handful of berries in your oatmeal. Maybe it's sprinkling pumpkin seeds over your salad. Just one change. Because small steps create lasting change. You're not too old, and it is absolutely not too late. Your body is more resilient than you realize. With the right choices, it can surprise you. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s restore strength they thought was gone forever. And you can too. And if you'd like a structured way to rebuild not just your nutrition, but your confidence in movement, the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge is a perfect place to start. Just a few minutes each day can completely transform how you feel. Not just in your body, but in your mindset, in your energy, in your life. So let's take a moment to recap. The 8 collagen-rich, joint-supporting foods we covered today are: Number 1, bone broth. Number 2, eggs. Number 3, fatty fish. Number 4, citrus fruits. Number 5, leafy greens. Number 6, pumpkin seeds. Number 7, Greek yogurt. And number 8, berries. Each of these is simple. Each of these is available. And each of these has the power to protect your independence and restore vitality to your life. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these foods do you already enjoy? And which one will you try first after watching this video? Comment below and let me know. I read every single comment, and I can't wait to hear your stories. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This channel is here for you, to bring you simple, science-backed ways to stay strong, independent, and full of life after 60. And please, don't just click away and forget. Every week you wait is another week your joints lose strength, another week stiffness sets in, another week independence slips further away. Don't let that happen. Check the description, join the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge, and start reclaiming your body today. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, your best years are not behind you, they're right in front of you. Stay strong, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video here on Elderly Wisdom Guide.